What's coming up in
November 19th is called the big payday.
Mm-hmm.
So the big payday is where we take all the unclaimed coins and all the late penalties, and they get distributed and multiplied times adoption bonuses. So right now, I think it's 160 billion, 180 billion hex. With right now, the total supply is like 250 billion. I think on November 19th, the total supply of all hex that exist should be around 500 billion, maybe. And then like 160 billion will come out and get distributed to the staker class. Buy their shares. Those that lock up longer get more shares. Those that lock up larger get more shares. But longer matters like 20 times more than larger.
Yeah. So you said they receive shares, even though they're still locked up. They still get like shares. The
you can't sell
when they come out, right?
That the reason. So banks, we copied what works in the real world. In the real world, banks make money on fees. That's how the banks get rich, and they fuck you as well. So if you get a time deposit at your bank and you want to withdraw your money early, they fuck you with fees. If you leave your time deposit at the bank, they auto renew you at a shittier rate. They fuck you with fees. The difference is that in that system, the people getting fucked for fees are only benefiting the bank. Hex fucks you too. It's designed to. But the difference is that you get to be the bank that gets paid. You get paid when other people fuck up. So let me tell you the dark patterns that are.
And by fuck up, you mean they sell?
No. You can fuck up several ways in hex by design because it's high risk, high reward.
Give me some example.
If you don't end your stake when you said you would, you start losing 1% of all your money in that stake per week. After 100 weeks, you don't have anything left. Now, how many people do some shit and then forget about it? Lots. Okay. Well, you know what? Someone's got to pay the computation fee to the Ethereum network to withdraw your expired shares from the share pool and stop diluting everybody else. Who better to do that than you, the person that opened the fucking stake? So you have a 2-week grace period.
Excuse me.
And you need to end your stake within those 2 weeks or you will start paying penalties. If you try and end your stake early, you'll pay even fucking harsher penalties, I think, depending on how long your stake is. Now, if you go to jail, anyone else in the world can do it for you. They can run the good accounting function. It'll pull out your expired shares and it'll stop you from paying any penalties. So a nice innocent bystander can do it, and many people have. Your family can do it. Anyone in the world can, for pennies, run the good accounting function to stop you from paying those fees, the late end stake penalty fees. Now, if you emergency end stake early because you're up 100x and you want to take your profit, some of those people that end their stakes, shit gets nuked to zero. They literally get paid nothing because they said they were going to stake for 10 years, but then they decided that they only wanted to stake for fucking 150 days. And then they run this function that's a dangerous function. It's called the emergency end stake function. And if you don't read the white paper, you could nuke your fucking account. Welcome to crypto. If you send money to the contract address, it's locked forever. No one can ever access it. All ERC20s work that way. So there's these gotchas that benefit the staker class and are a revenue source for the staker class and reduce supply. So there's something like 30 million hex that's been sent to the contract, which is locked forever. No one can ever access it because of the way ERC20 is designed.
Are you talking about the Ethereum that's been converted or whatever? Or
well, in this case, it would have to be a token. Any token that you send directly to an ERC20 contract by default is lost forever. No one can ever recover it. So they've added a new standard that tries to address that called ERC-223, but it's not as reliable, it's not as safe, it's not as tested. Billions and billions and billions of dollars has gone through ERC-20s, no fucking problems. You're better off losing the 0.0001% to people that are dumb and send directly to something they shouldn't. I mean, crypto, if you send to the wrong address, you lose your money. So there's no difference. Like,
yeah, you've been through,
right.
I
think the big misunderstanding here is you didn't realize that these people don't get paid until the end of the stake. You thought they got paid the whole way. They don't.
No, but you just said that the big payday is coming out in November, et cetera, yeah. And the individuals will be getting, a portion of their stuff.
No. They don't receive it.
They'll be getting a payday.
It gets credited to their. No, they don't. Listen.
Okay.
It gets credited to their stake, just like any other interest. And if you happen to have a stake that is ending right after the big payday is paid, then you can mint those coins and cause them to exist and cause the inflation rate to go higher, right? Because you're applying. But for the majority of people that want a larger share of that, currently the average stake length is 4.2 years.
Okay.
So the majority of those coins on average will come out 4.2 years later, unless people emergency end stake.
So what's the